Hello Greeks, freaks and makeup geeks, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today's video is going to be a simple brown gold kind of autumnal eyeshadow look, and it will be the first in my Goretober series. Obviously you're probably thinking that's not very gory. That's because I was considering calling it Facetober, but that is actually a challenge that some people follow over October. It's a list of prompts and people will carry out those prompts and make makeup looks. That event is called Facetober, so I don't want to nick their name when I'm not following that list. So, just a quick explanation, that's why it's called Goretober, even though it's not all gory. Also, apologies for the really shitty lighting today. I don't know what's going on. Well, I do know what's going on. It's actually after 10 AM, but in true autumnal style, it's decided to be grey and raining, and clearly my daylight light bulb is not bright enough to light this area of the room, so we're just gonna go with it, because I can't be bothered waiting for the sun to come out. I've got other things to do. I've got 31 of these videos to film. So yeah, that being said, let's get into it. Before we do, if you haven't already subscribed, be sure to click subscribe. There are going to be a lot of videos coming straight after this one, so let's just get into it. Okay, so I've zoomed the camera in a bit just so you can see a little bit of what's going on. And I've already laid down a base with my Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I don't like it. I say in every video, I don't like it. I only use it because I have it. So for this look, I'll be using my Revolution Flawless 4 palette because I don't know how well I can cover the mirror on this, but it has a lot of warm pinks and browns and golds, so obviously works well for a look like this. And I'm first of all going to go in with this sort of less warm brown, so more of a cool brown. That's the shade Ouch, and I'm going to lay that all over my lid. I feel like I should point something out here, or clarify something here. In my last video I said that videos would be returning to normal and everything could be as it was. Yeah, I sort of just hit a bit of a downer after posting that video and decided, nah, I'm just gonna wait. So there are some videos that I pre-recorded, even some that were meant to go up a couple of months ago that will be going up during Goretober, so we're just gonna go with that. It's getting darker again. I don't know what to do about this. I've kind of made this a little bit too high. Like I've kind of overdone it this time. But yeah, so once we've laid down a bit of a base with Ouch, I'm then going to go in with the shade above, which is Cerise. I don't know if that's in camera. It's a slightly warmer brown, and I was using like a more fluffy brush, taking a little bit, and I'm going to try and blend. Whoopsies, just kicked the camera. I'm going to try and blend some of this out a little bit. Whenever I do this look, it goes one of two ways. It either blends really well, applies really well, and looks great, or the whole thing just goes horribly, utterly wrong. And I can tell which way it's going today. Obviously I use a very dark colour on my lid, which you don't have to do. Not the best way of doing it, but hey ho, I'm weird. Next I'm going in with a shade next to Cerise, which I believe is called Candle. It's more sort of reddy brown, again adding a little bit and blending into my crease. See, these just look really uneven, and I don't know how this keeps happening. Sometimes it looks great, other times it's like, oh dear, what's happened? But anyways, you know what, we're just going to continue on. So this shade here, underneath Bruise, is called Burn It, I believe? Yeah. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of that into my outer corner. I'm going to keep using the same brush. It is kind of a bit of a shimmer, so I'm going to kind of be careful with it. It's getting darker, and honestly this sounds stupid. I think it's because of the battery, because when this camera's starting to die, and when it dies it sort of just gets darker and darker. So really sorry, you probably can't see this, but there you go. So before I do anything else, I'm going to take a little bit of this shade, which name I have forgotten, please hold. Dahlia. It's a really simple kind of like nudie colour. I'm just going to take a little bit and kind of blend it along the top just to mute it a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with a shimmer, because honestly this base is annoying me. They're not even. And it's really dark, so I can't really see what I'm doing. But I'm going to go in now with my gold, my little shimmery shimmy, which funnily enough is called Muted, but it's really not. It is this really gold shimmery one there. And I'm just going to use my finger because like I find that works best. Is this keeping recording? Because it keeps flickering at me. And I'm going to use my finger to apply this kind of from the inner corner to about the middle. So my battery just died. Whoops. So I'm hoping this is back in the same place. But basically, as you can see, I just added the gold, and I took some of my darker brown shades again and just blended it back through the crease to try and blend it in, because as you can see, my gold is really high up, so it's kind of everywhere. Oops. So yeah, now that I've blended that bit in, I'm going to do a little bit just under my eye. There is glitter all over this brush from my Pride look. Whoops. Okay, now there's glitter everywhere. Well, never mind. I'm probably going to be taking just a little bit of cerise again, and just blending it from the outer corner to about here, just to pull the look together. And then just for the sort of inner portion, I'm going to go back into this sort of peachy shade Dahlia and just blend a little bit. And then finally, to finish off before I add mascara, I'm going to go in with another shimmer shade, which is this kind of light, almost pinky toned, called Hotter. I find it really funny that the darkest, like the most bold gold is called Muted. Anyways, I'm going to go into this darker one, even though it's not actually darker, and put a little bit away in the corner. So this look is pretty much complete now. I'm just going to add a little bit of mascara. I'll be using my Collection Extreme Colour Lengthening in black, obviously. I'm going to film this with the camera off because my mascara face is ugly. Also, I'm developing a cold and it's getting worse. So yeah, quickly gonna go do that. You know, I don't know whether I'd say this necessarily lengthens my lashes, but anyways, so this is the completed look. Maybe not perfect today, but it's one of the looks I wear all the time. I just vary like how dark the shades I use are. Honestly, it's my summer look as well. But I know that, oh, excuse me. I know that in winter, autumn, a lot of people like the warm browns and the golds, so thought I'd do a look on it. So yeah, that is today's video. I hope this look may come in useful to one of you. As I said, I wear it all the time. If I'm doing it not for a video, honestly I can get my makeup done in 10 minutes. The joys of not wearing any base. But obviously, you know, you could pair this with like a nice base and like a nude brown lip maybe, if you're the kind of person to wear lippy, which I'm not. But anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. If you have any recommendations for my Gore October makeup series. Be sure to leave those down below as well, and I will do them because I need the ideas. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Ciao!